Okay, so in Excel, very often you may pull information in from other systems, and those systems may have, your data basically in one column that you need to basically split into multiple columns. So, for example, let's assume we've got a customer list, and the customer code is this first part, and then it's followed by this dash or hyphen, and then that's the name of the customer. So it's all basically in one. The customer code, assuming these are all our customers, as well as um, the actual name of the customer. So we want to split it into two separate columns. One column just for the customer codes, like so, for example, MOY N41 to be in one column, and then Moyo Limited to be in a different column. So the way we basically do that is we use the text to columns feature in Excel. The first step is to select the data. So I'm just going to select that range, and I'm going to click on the data, data option on the menu. And then we basically go to the text to columns, which you find over here, right? So when I click on text to columns, you'll see that there's two options. The one is called delimited. So it's how do we split the data, or the other one is called fixed width. Right now, when the only time you can really use fixed width is that when it's a straight line. So if you look at this data over here, right, you'll see all of the codes are 6-digit longs. MOY 941 is 6 characters. VAN 153 is 6 characters. They're all 6 characters long, followed by a dash, right, and then followed by the name. So they line up perfectly. So when they line up perfectly, you can choose fixed width. We click on next, and with fixed width, now we say where do we want to create a break line, right? So let's say we go to that point there and we say let's click on it just there. So that's exactly this point where I want to break this into a separate column. And then what I want to do is I want to click just after the hyphen as well. And I want to put, so that comes into a separate column. So you got one column for the name, another column that's just going to have all of these different hyphens in it, and then the third column. We can always delete the second column later on. All right. So let's assume I clicked here by mistake, right? If you want to click, if you click by mistake, you can double click, you know what I mean, on a line to remove it. So if I double click on that line, that removes it. Let's say I clicked by mistake there, and I want to move it, I can also click and drag it across, right? So you can also click and drag. So once you've got it, the breaks, the line breaks exactly as you want, you click on next, right? And now it'll come to this, wizard where it's asking you what format of data is each. Now, usually you can just leave it in this standard thing, which is, general. General automatically do the conversion of numeric to numbers, dates to dates, and so forth, right? So you don't normally need to make any changes. There are a few special instances where you may need to, but that depends on your data setup, right? So for example, if you have certain columns which are basically numbers, but you want to interpret them as text, you could then, for example, select it as text. But right now, we are going to leave everything as general, and we just simply click on finish. And once you click on finish, you can see it's now split into 3 columns. It's got the code over here. It's got the dashes. Now, assume we didn't need that. We can just click on that column, right click, and delete that column. And now we've got the code in one column and the name in another column.